help disengage, but it will be the Renekton they go for instead here with Ivern. And so very risky choice here, but I think definitely can suit how Gen G want to play out this composition, especially when you consider that the lack of magic damage isn't really going to be a problem against what KT is running. And the Lulu, I was going to mention this, feels very strong here in KT's composition, especially with the Jax, and that's why we saw these bans get so heavily targeted here for KT. They knew that Aphelios Lulu, pretty strong lane. Alistar's early game being very weak allows you to poke away, get some additional gold.
Yeah, it's going to be insane to see where we go here on the Rift for game number 1. Let's jump onto it right now.
You know, that does kind of tell the story of where we are in this meta. And Lehen's on this ward here tells the story of how weak Alistar is at level 1. As he's just like, maybe I'll get some additional value here.
Yeah, the whole support dance was really interesting in the draft.
And BDD loses his flash.
So we usually do this for Faker because he's played over 70 unique picks, but BDD hitting 54 already, another big mainstay of the LCK. With his Jace, I guess it's his first time playing Jace mid. That's the LCK. That's insane.
That's what will still crash this wave in. Look for some turret damage. BDD has to use the last of his mana bar to keep Chovy off this turret, or Chovy will absolutely just take the plate now. Cuz has level 6, and they're looking for this.
Yeah, Chovy is going to hop away. He gets hit by the blast, but eventually he actually outranges the Nature's Grasp. So Chovy's like, okay, cool story, bro. I'm just going to run away then.
Okay, and also with Peanut here, just completely cutting this Jace off. I mean, Jace has no mana. Ooh, this could be a bait.
Trying to set something up here. Dominus available. The Counter-Strike, though, and, I mean, even with Dominus, Doran just a little bit too low to really do much. But we do have Daisy, and you can see that the Rift Herald is going to be placed down here in mid already, Chovy, with the Tristana putting on the aggression as, oh, knocked out of midair, and now we've got the Maokai on top of Chovy. No hop for him. Doesn't even bother to flash away. That's first blood given over to BDD as he and Cuz are able to set that up, and Lehens joins for the assist.
Yeah, Delight's gone. Lehens has an opportunity to roam. They see this drop of the Herald as a huge opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, this is aiming. I mean, he's in a really, really good spot to carry in this game, especially taking those first 2 Drakes. And now Cuz down here on the bottom side, they're trying to take this turret early on. We have BDD down here as well. The Nature's Grasp available, but Paze and Delight trying to make a stand here. It's not really going to work. The turret is still going down.
It is going to basically be Chovy versus aiming this game.
Look at this. Catching Peanut now, and the Counter-Strike comes in. Will they get in there? There's the Wild Growth, and you cannot get away from this Jax. Delight is going to go down. Paze has to go in the Featherstorm as BDD's flashing away, but it's 2 kills to Keen already. BDD, though, getting isolated on the top side. Gen G able to trade one back, but now it's a 4v3 in favor of KT, and it looks like the Croc will also be hitting the ground. Down he goes as Cuz just able to zone everybody else away. A big winning team fight to KT. Yeah, the question mark of BDD on the Jace. I think he's been great so far, but definitely going to have to hit some of that poke in these upcoming fights.
And aiming doesn't really have the best guns for this either.
Yeah, it's Peanut. Very nicely done as the brushes are getting set up. We're getting the artillery here for the side of Gen G, as is always the idea with this kind of composition, but KT definitely not going to let this one go for free.
Yeah, shields coming in.
Yeah, Nature's Grasp, Delight trying to tank up in the front. Keen not going to enter the brush. He's going to get rooted up as now they're trying to take down Keen, and he gets low, and immediately the shutdown goes into the hands of Chovy here. As you can see, the artillery setup is fantastic on the side of Gen G, so they take out the Jax. Chovy, still a full health Aphelios remains.
Yeah, Chovy could, or rather Doran can teleport back in. Chovy's still trying to contest this. There's that TP.
They're trying to do some big damage. Oh, he's going to take out the Ivern, and that is massive. That's going to be the go button here, but Chovy going to hop away to get the root, and once again, but look at the health bars of Gen G. They're just getting wiped up in their own brush. A triple kill for BDD, Quadra actually, as he dives on in and wipes up Gen G.
It's likely the game.
As you can see, Supreme and Rapid Star exchanging high fives here.
So difficult to play out here from behind as Gen G now, and like Chovy, he can't answer this Jax.
Yeah, I mean, the best he can do is ult him away, and that's about it. Takes a decent trade, actually.
And Keen can just Baron-empowered recall, and he has teleport. He did not use teleport in that fight. Doran had 2 health bars with his teleport in the last Dragon fight. He now no longer has that teleport answer, and they're just going to siege up this turret.
Yeah, very good at doing that, that's for sure. The siege here on the side of KT is insanely good. As Keen gonna teleport on in, has the counter-strike, and Delight's like, well, I guess I'm just useless, nearly dies. As stopwatch will be used here by Keen. Down will he go to Lehens as in goes Keen. Underneath the turret, maybe going a little bit too deep this time around. Does not have the counter-strike, as now the Croc getting in there. Super low is aiming as KT may have overstepped their boundaries here. BDD not even a part of this one, looking for the shot blast. Will he hit it? Yes, he will. But it is not lethal at this point in time. KT's push is stopped for now.
They have to teleport into this fight here. Chovy gonna get blasted.
Just taking a little bit of damage. He is extremely tanky. Oh man, this angle as Delight gonna take a huge amount of damage already before this fight even begins. Has to flash away, and that Unbreakable Will is nearing going down. As look at the ult over the wall. KT just shelling. They are actually the ones with the artillery. Their siege is insane, and the range at which they can do damage. Doran gonna go down as KT will just chip away at the rock that is Gen.G right now. Lehens steals yet another kill, is on a killing spree. And he's looking for more. Not quite going to hit this one, but he will take down the Light, no doubt, eventually, as Keen will take this one. It does feel like a done deal from here. KT barreling down the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, they could just go in here, grab this inhib. They could always kite back to the Infernal. Chovy's up in 30 seconds here. And, I mean, if you push the end here, I think you've got a pretty good shot at it without Chovy here to defend, but let's see.
Oh man, Flash Polymorph, they want to put an end to this. The counter-strike comes in, Pays not even allowed to press any buttons.
That's it.
Nor did he have any. 27 minutes, and KT Rolster will take game number 1 in flying fashion. A very dominant game to start off this series.
But what that meant was that Aiming had non-stop lane prio, and even with Peanut giving all the resource to the Tristana in mid, Aiming had huge advantages bottom side. Keen got ahead here so massively early because there was just no way to shut this Jax down with that Lulu pick.
Definitely with a lot less focus on the support bans this time around. Was not expecting that. The Alistar was something I was thinking of, but there were a lot of other choices. Kai'Sa Alistar not exactly the strongest lane, but Alistar's going to be great in terms of extra disengage. You know, the Poppy's going to do only so much, the Azir only so much, so if you add the Alistar in, can also headbutt, you know, pulverize when they come in and stuff like that. And once again, they have a lot of tools to do it here in game number 2 that we enjoy. But guys, we are ready. Let's hop into the rip for game number 2.
There's a lot of problems that will have to be solved here.
Oh, the timing of this push from KT is going to be fantastic. Will they commit to the vertical jungling? It looks like they will with the timing on this push.
Oh, this is actually pretty insane here. Kai'Sa can help clear this so fast because of her passive that they're just going to rip through this red buff, and then Aiming is going to come down here with Lehens. The problem is this lane's going to be pushed in a little bit, so you got to be careful about how you play out the level 1. Delight's super far forward here.
Yeah. They should know that something's potentially going on here. They're going to get in really late. They get the XP, and Peanut's about to get the bad news because not only is the red buff gone, the Raptors are also gone, and he's spotted, which obviously he doesn't know. But now he knows that probably there's a Warden here, and he's pretty, unfortunately,
yeah, he is
wrecked.
He's kind of wrecked. And now
REKT, by the way, you know,
yeah.
just looking across the rift.
Keeping it topical.
Yeah. And is not very happy about that, as now Lehens seems to know. He doesn't have flash, though. Probably getting first blood here as he's running away. Yep. Trying to give this one not to Chovy, ideally. As Peanut probably going to have to, yeah, now he's going to have to flash away. Very awkward as they give the kill to Delight. They do get it at the end of the day, but that's not the way that Gen.G wanted to work that one.
Yeah, also I don't think Lehens really had to do that either. I think he could have just as easily walked away. But he said Juani here. Yeah, he's like, I might dive top, and then
우리 레이스 스타트네.
And he's like, oh, they took our red.
마음이 아픈 걸. 뒤에서 올 수 있어. 지금 나갈 수 있다.
The bottom lane influence, definitely a big one, is now trying to get on top of the LeBlanc. Not an easy feat, but with Lehens here again, and with Ignite, the flash steadfast presence, and Chovy is just going to be taken down. The kill goes over to Cuz. You could see.
Oh, 나이스.
He's just alone down here. They don't even need Delight here.
Yeah. I mean, the fact of the matter is they need to make something happen KT here with this Kai'Sa.
And they get something going. There's the ult on him with the Ember's Divide. They should be able to get BDD down as the Keeper's Verdict not there on time. Joey just going to be pushed away as both supports were grouping up in mid. Play. I guess this game is over.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of rejuve.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh no.
Here we go again, third time today. Yeah, so they're just going to say 4 members top. We're trading turrets.
It's Aphelios with a massive wave.
As now we got to fight over this Ocean Drake, Cuz trying to stick around. The teleport is coming in, the knock away as he steals away the dragon as well, picks it up, and now Lahens gets Pace into a rough spot. In goes the Mesa, and immediately Amy is just going to take him out. That is the win in the 80 carry war right there. All of that gold that was on your Aphelios is now dead as a big team fight goes the way of KT.
KT are just such a decisive team. They are just so decisive, Valdez.
Toby decides as well, okay, I'll give you a little bonus here as BDD gonna take him down, not understanding that he was in trouble for some reason was Toby, as now Peanut's in trouble. What is going on? The map is falling apart here for Gen.G, and KT are lapping it up right now as Peanut on the run. They don't quite have enough damage as Aiming is trying to get in, but another headbutt and Pulverize comes in as Delight looks like he might actually live and trade it as Ingo's Aiming has to flash for this one. It's getting really messy now.
Aiming, see if he actually goes for the Void Seeker. I guess he doesn't have any vision here.
Just another win for KT, another kill.
I mean, 2 kills for Aiming in this game now. This is another kill to the Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa that was so far behind, no longer the case here. And losing Flash as well. This team is falling apart.
It really is, and now Lahens has to go into his ult, but he should be fine. Might actually be able to turn this one around, as now they're going to fight Peas again! Nobody can protect him, it's just the free Aphelios buffet for KT! Over and over again, as, he's backing on a ward here. He should be able to get out, but I'm not sure that Delight will be as lucky. No flash here for Delight, and no way to hop over to Peanut. Just going to get knocked to the wall, just another free kill as Teleport comes in. Buying some time is Delight, actually, but they knock away the Sejuani as now the Seer turret is here, and Doran's just getting killed for free. As the Teleport, Gen.G, I mean, they are just falling apart right now.
This is not even Gen.G. Who is this? Who are these players? I mean, now you're so far behind, maybe you have to have the conversation about hard forcing.
Well, now we're just going to kill the Boar Rider as Peanut's going to go down for free himself. KT, just immaculate setup here on the Vision, and Gen.G, you can see they're really floundering, and KT every single time, they are right there to scoop it up, as they will take this Rift Herald.
The MO for KT in this series was, okay, Peanut had a rough game 1.
You see Peanut, he's trying to threaten this. He's trying to get in that front line as the damage not quite there. They're trying to go for the turn. The Moonlit Vigil already coming down. Aiming not in the best spot here. Is going to be ulted over the wall. Aiming is not in this one, and Pays perfect positioning. It's going to get a bit crocked here as he does have Keen right on top of him. Teleport now coming in from Doran from the top side. In he goes alone as now Kai'Sa, the artillery, comes in. They don't even need Kai'Sa.
That was so bizarre. He was on top of Aiming, who then was able to blast plant his way away, and then Doran just decides, well, I've got to get back to the fight, so he teleports in. If he does kill Aiming, maybe there's actually a real contest angle here, but Aiming's coming back.
What is going on here? This whole game has been very bizarre. Here's Chovy, just 20 minutes, we're doing Baron. And they have more than enough damage. And their turn is insane as now Doran is taking up a lot of this. But again, they have just way too much. And the team isn't there. Look at Peanut, he's like standing on the flag. He's like, what do you want me to do? And KT, they should be able to take this down as BDD. Yeah, he's just gonna get a free scoop of that nice Aphelios ice cream in the fight as well. Just a little bit of a, dessert here for KT, and down will go the Baron in their favor 22 minutes in.
It's pulled out in, in live, yeah.
Yeah, we're really beating the dead boar here. As really Aiming, he's not the young, very far behind Kai'Sa anymore. He is the one that feeds, and now he is 6-0.
Aiming killed him was the first step of that snowball rolling down the hill we were talking about earlier. And Peanut, he's just out here. I mean, look at the map. They have no vision anywhere. And so, I mean, he's just trying to get money, trying to be that front line for Pays, and it's just dead, but...
떡기 봐야 돼, 알아?
just... Lens.
Q 3초. 가.
He was surprised that Aiming went in. He's like, it's done, it's done, it's done. Aiming's like, actually, it is done because I'm going to kill him.
Yeah. Let me put an end to this.
Yeah. That Sejuani that you picked up first, you know, the draft got warped by it, and it did not feel strong at all.
Well, they didn't expect the Recon in that brush. Now, Cuz is extremely tanky, and aiming has like 3.5 items here. So, actually, you don't win this fight, as everybody's here. Guys immediately able to join up, didn't even use Killer Instinct yet. As, yeah, now we're doing the chunking. Imagine if he had Ludens, that's another story. BDD just gonna be in mid.
Yeah.
And pushing this one. This game is over.
Imagine if BDD had Nashers. He does, and he is going to delete that turret, and that will be the inhibitor going down here. And yeah, this game is donezo. I mean, Keen,
He looks juicy. No, he's not. No, he's actually the strongest one. As they go in, they are going to try to go for it. He goes into his stopwatch, and the damage is very nicely spread, and Keen actually will go down. Did they go a little bit too far? As finally now in the backline goes, aiming, finds it, flashes in, almost takes out Pays, but will take out the rest of the team. And the wall is just a little bit too heavy, because you don't need to do this. But
he wants to do it, Valdez!
Looks like he will. Okay, well, they're just going to end it. He's stopping him from backing, I guess.
Trophies on Raptors!
Yeah, they're getting stopped by some Raptors as now the turrets will fall. The W nearly takes him out as a couple more autos will do it. Pays is not able to take anyone down or stop this Nexus from going. It's a 2-0 for KT Rolster tonight.
The fact that Lehens didn't have a ceremony prepared means I think he was focusing only on the gameplay, only on the plans. And I think
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG Interview translation, and we are here joined by BDD Lehens on the side of KT Roaster after taking down Gen.G. Congratulations on the win, and also having the sole possession of the first place. How do you feel, BDD? Like, we were here to actually just learn from the series. You know, we didn't mind even if we lose the series, but it feels amazing to actually get the win. Well, Peanut in the captain's comment said we're gonna show you the difference between the first and second place. So, any answer to that? Yeah, we just showed you guys. So Lehens, today was one of the most important matches in the LCK, especially because this can decide the first place of the regular season. What did you focus on during the preparation? So we are sticking to the same patch, so there's not much of a change. So we just practiced and prepared just like we do for other matches. But the performance and gameplay was on fire today. BDD. Game number 1, you get to play Jace for the first time that you have never played in the LCK in such a decisive moment. This was your 54th unique champion in the LCK. Could you tell us more about that pick? So we were kind of figuring out what is a good pick into Tristana, and we decided to play Jace because it is good into Tristana, and also it's a decent pick right now at the moment. And then Lehens, you also played Lulu after a very long while right now. Well, Lulu and Enchanters are not the mainstream pick on the support role. Why did you decide to play Lulu? Yeah, I mean, I have not been playing that a lot recently, but we did need lane priority on the bottom lane, so even if we didn't really have a lot of experience in Lulu right now in the current patch, we decided to take the Lulu pick. Now let's take a look at this replay where you are able to snipe down Peanut behind the brush. How did you see that? I got really lucky, you know. I would just keep doing poke damage, but they were all grouped up, so I was able to keep lending my skills. It was pure luck because they were like grouped up. And Lehens, all 5 KT players got at least a 1 POG vote, which means it was a team effort, to be honest. But in the player comp, Lehens, you said I did a fantastic job. I think I was like popping off. How did the players react to that? You know, they just ignore me because I'm a support maybe. And you see, BDD got the POG, so that's the reality, sadly. I didn't even know he was saying something. I didn't even notice. I was just overwhelmed by the victory. And then BDD, you played Azir into LeBlanc in Game 2. We had 5 LeBlanc Azir matchup this summer season, and BDD, you got 4 wins in that matchup. How are you so good at this?
일단 제가 르블랑을 잘
Well,
상대한다기보다는
I don't think it's like me doing really well into LeBlanc. It's more about my jungle and support actually helping me out in lane when I get to play against LeBlanc. Exactly. Alistar was just always camping on the mid lane, making rotation to other lanes. So tell us more about your map play and rotations. How would you like to rate your performance on Alistar out of 10? Over 10, probably. I want to give like 11 out of 10 for my Alistar performance. Also, Lance, we have another milestone to celebrate. In Game 2, you played your 500th LCK game, and you are the first LCK support to ever do so. What does it mean to you?
저한테는 딱히 의미가 없는데
Well, not much, but BDD actually gave me a new nickname, but I can't really say it in public, but I appreciated BDD. What is it? Oh, he called me the old captain. BDD, tell us more about that nickname. I just called him the old, not the old captain, to be precise. And next week, you guys are playing up against Kwangdong Freaks and T1. You guys have to keep winning all the matches in order to solidify your position on top of the LCK. Yeah, we're not gonna settle here, you know. We're gonna keep grinding in order to remain on top of the LCK. And Lehans, I mean, I wanted to say like today is really important, but not important at the same time because playoffs matters the most. So I want to say this is only a 1 week in the regular season, and we will keep working hard until the very end. But before you guys go, please stick around because we're gonna take a look at the standings right now. And now let's see who is on top of the LCK. I will give you guys the honor to read out the standings, as you guys are the new leaders here in the LCK summer. Now let's take a look at the standings over here. So we are on a competition for the first place. A fierce battle by KT Roaster just beat Genji, and they're now having the sole possession on the first place. Sorry about that, I got my script. Lehans was popping off today. Truly a stellar performance, so I will keep working hard in order to showcase the best performance possible. Now this will be the end of the POG interview with Lehans BDD. I'm going to pass it back to the space. Thank you.